I'm Teacher Lisa, your ESL video instructor. In this lesson, we're going to review the grammar rule of when you have multiple adjectives in one sentence. There is a grammar rule that you should be aware of. We'll also look at some negative adjectives to describe people. So let's get right into it. So this lesson is called Complex Descriptions. So let's look at the grammar rule. There is an adjective order. So if you look here on the left, we'll just read this description here. Opinion adjectives come before factual ones in a sentence. So that means when you have an opinion about something, you're describing something and it's your opinion, we put that first in the sentence. So if we just look at the sentence, what a nice. So that's your opinion. Somebody else might not think it's nice. What are we talking about? Of course, the cat. So there's your opinion adjective goes first. Next, general opinion adjectives always come before specific opinion adjectives. So let's look at that. What a nice, friendly little cat. So nice and friendly are both opinion adjectives, but which one goes first? The general opinion, nice, is going to go first. That's very general, nice. And then very specific, friendly. It's a specific adjective, and that goes after nice. So what a nice, friendly little cat. Little is an adjective, but it's a fact. No one is going to say, oh no, the cat is huge, it's big. No, the fact is the cat is little. So when we have a fact adjective, it always goes after the opinion adjective. That's why it's correct to say, what a nice, friendly little cat. It is not correct to say, what a little, friendly, nice cat. No, not correct. Let's move forward. We'll have some further examples here. Remember, we have opinion adjectives first, but we put the general opinion first, then the more specific opinion after that, and then any other facts. So this is correct to say it's a fantastic, very general, exciting, very specific new movie. What a horrible, general, ugly, very specific, plastic table. He's a wonderful, very general, kind, very specific, old man. That's a lovely, stylish cotton shirt. So in the red and the green, there are opinions. Somebody else, looking at example number 1 here, someone else might find that the new movie was not exciting. That's your opinion. They might not think it's fantastic. That's your opinion. But there is a grammar rule with the order of the adjectives. It's general, and then we get more specific, and then we would list the facts. Let's continue. So how to form the adjective order? So we just discussed the first part of a sentence. So when we start our sentence, we are always going to put opinion adjectives first, but the opinion adjectives have an order. We put them first in general, like nice, wonderful, lovely. Those are very general. And then after that, anything that's specific, that's still your opinion, friendly, kind, and stylish. Then let's look at the fact adjectives. So the fact adjectives also have an order. We always start with the size, then we talk about the shape, the age, the color, the material. That is a grammar rule. You're welcome to pause the video to take a further look at this if you're taking notes, so you can go ahead and pause that video. Let's move on. Let's give you some examples here and see if you're able to write the adjectives from the panel below in the correct order. So let's do it together. We'll use different colors to represent the different words. So can you look at the first category, general? So we have an example here, awful. So can you find the other two general adjectives. Again, you can pause the video and do this yourself, and then you can check with me. So let's circle all the general ones. Awful is very general. Terrible is very general. And awesome is very general. So these are all general. So in a sentence, we would put those first. Those are your opinion, general adjective opinions. Next, we go more specific. What are your specific adjectives that are also your opinion? So let's take a look, see if you can find them. We'll use a different color. Let's use blue. So what's very specific that's your opinion? Cool. We have expensive. We also have tasty. Those are all very specific. So we would put those next in the sentence. I'm not going to type them all in here. I think you can see that you can put them in the blanks. Let's look at the next one. Then we talk about size. So which ones are related to size? These are all facts. So all of these gray boxes here are all adjectives, but they are facts, and we put them in order. Size goes first. So enormous, what else is a size? Huge, what else? Tiny, those are facts and they are size. Let's look at the next one. We're going to look at shape. Can you find anything that's a shape? We have round, oval, and square. Next one is age. Again, these are facts, adjectives that are facts. We have, let's use a different color actually for this one. Why don't we use yellow? So for age, we're going to use elderly. Also, we have modern. So not necessarily a person's age, but also the age of like furniture. It could be very modern, or a building, for example, could be ancient. The age of a thing or a person. Then we have color. So let's use black for that one. So which ones are colors? So hopefully you know your colors: green, red, orange. Again, those are adjectives that are facts. No one's going to say, hey, that's not green, it's white. No, it's a fact. And so we should be left with the ones that are material, and we see everything else that is a material. And those are the ones that are metal, leather, or silk. Good. So hopefully you're understanding the adjective order. We start with general adjective opinion. We get more specific adjective opinion, and then everything else is fact. And those fact adjectives also get put in an order: size first, then shape, then age, then color, then material. Let's have some practice. Let's move forward. Now, can you write the adjectives in the correct order? We have the first example for you. It's a horrible, uncomfortable wooden chair. I don't want to buy it. So it's not correct to say it's a uncomfortable, horrible wooden chair. We have to put it in the order that we just learned. So why is that correct? Horrible is just a general adjective opinion. Uncomfortable, it's more specific. How horrible? Well, uncomfortable. And then material. That's just a fact that the chair is wooden. Okay, let's go on to the next example that we have here. Again, you're welcome to pause the video and complete these, and we can do them together after you're done. But I'm just going to type the answers in the blank. So I don't like him at all. He's a, we have rude and terrible man. Let's not invite him to the party. So let's go ahead and put them in the blank. You would say he's a terrible, and then more specific, rude man. So that's just your general opinion. Somebody might think he's a great guy. My mother thinks, number two, my mother thinks he's a nice, young, intelligent boy. Let's put them in order. So is there any of those facts, any of those opinions? So opinion always goes first. We're going to start with general. Well, my opinion, he's a nice man. What else? He's intelligent. Some people might think he's stupid. So that still is an opinion, but more specific. Then he's young. That's a fact. If he's 16, he is young. He's not old. Next one, number three. Dad looks at this brown, friendly, sweet puppy. Can we take him for a walk? Well, let's look at this right away. What jumps out at me is what is a fact, is that it's brown, right? Nobody's going to say that it's a white puppy. He's clearly brown. Now let's look at the two adjectives that are left that are opinion. Which one is more general and which ones are a little bit more specific? Well, let's look here. We're going to put it in here. Dad looks at this sweet, kind of general, but then what's more specific? Friendly, brown puppy. Can we take him for a walk? If you did say, Dad, look at this friendly, sweet brown puppy, no one is going to stop you and say, hey, why did you put friendly before sweet? So it's really okay if one goes before the other in spoken conversation. It usually is not going to interfere with understanding, but you should know there is a grammar rule. Natives do this a little bit more naturally. We don't really think about it. We just put them in order because we grew up knowing that that's what we do. So for non-natives, it takes a little bit more effort. Number 4, should we buy this comfortable, wonderful sofa for the living room? We really need a new one. So what's very general here? Wonderful. It's wonderful. It's pretty general. But then more specific, hey, it's comfortable. Again, they're both opinions, but comfortable is a little bit more specific, so we'll do it after. And hopefully you got 100%. Let's move on to our next piece. So next, I want to talk about negative prefixes. So how do you make something negative? We can say something is not. So look at the first example. They were really rude and unfriendly. So the really is making the friendly negative. It's really saying you're not friendly. You can also just say, he's not friendly. That's fine. But we have a prefix, which are those little words we put before the main word that we're talking about. In this case, we're talking about adjectives. We have to put the right little prefix before each word. We can't just randomly choose prefixes. There are prefixes that go with specific adjectives, and you just have to know what they are, but we're making them negative, so it means not. Let's look at the first one. Again, pause the video, do them on your own, and then see if you can get them correct. You have to choose from the prefixes in the box: im, dis, un, and in. Let's look at the first one. His last employer said he was, and I'm going to type it in here. What do you think it is? Untrustworthy, untrustworthy. So we're going to get rid of that one. Actually, we won't get rid of it because we can use these more than once because we have 8 of them. Next one, so untrustworthy. She doesn't realize how insensitive she is. Insensitive, not sensitive. He's 25 now, but he's rather immature at work. So I am immature, not mature. Number 4, I'm afraid she's quite an inefficient worker, not efficient. He gossiped and is unkind to his coworkers. Her office desk and her work are disorganized. Hopefully you got that one. Not a good trait to be disorganized at work. Number 7, he makes mistakes because he's impatient. And number 8, she's disloyal to the company. Disloyal. So again, all of these prefixes makes that adjective negative. It means not. So we're just making it the opposite meaning. Okay, so let's take a look at our checklist. So were we able to accomplish what we set out to do? So we looked at general and specific adjectives. We looked at some personality adjectives that you can describe a person, negative personalities, and which prefix we need with that adjective. And then we learned the grammar rule of ordering adjectives in a sentence. In the next video, we'll look at our next piece, making general statements. See you in the next video.